Hey Max, how are you today? And welcome to everybody else to the Sunday afternoon, Night of the Dead stream. So we're on day 37. I guess that means we're doing wave 38. Yep, we got 80 of each of those. I believe I cleaned everything up. Oh, that's got one out. That up here? Yep, there it is. Whoa! Hello, Ezra. I'm doing well, Max. Thank you. Okay. I think I have a pretty clean... Yep. I believe I have... I don't have fuel in here, though. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. Should have done that a long time ago. Okay, what are we going to do today? So what should we do today? I mean, we've built the base. The base is pretty much as good as it's going to get, I think. I mean, until we need to take on a higher wave, I guess. I don't know. I could go back, you know what, I think I'm going to go back to that residential area and start clearing those houses out. That sounds like a good plan. Let's go do some looting in the buildings. Yeah, that is a bit of the problem at this stage, isn't it, old guy? There's just not a lot to do. Hey, Utah. And thanks for joining, old guy. If you haven't, check out old guy. He's got a legend playthrough where he skipped every 10 days, I believe, wasn't it? And you know, by the end, his base was basically just handling the waves like they didn't even exist. So. This is just habit, something to do. I don't really need it. How'd you make out on Icarus, Yuta? Let's go here. Yay, I got more iron. Okay, let's go downtown. Oh, that's... So it's going to play a lot more like it used to then, old guy. I had a 1200 playthrough before the electricity came out in June, and it was trying to keep up to loading the traps and everything was next to impossible, particularly when my frame rate was dropping down to 1 and 2 frames. In fact, I think at some points it was even less than 1 frame per second. How did you make out on Icarus, Yuta? I think the higher... Hey, Howard, where are you driving to today? I think the higher difficulties would be easier now, as soon as, providing you can get into the electricity. Because you don't have to upgrade the traps. The traps have twice the damage and twice the durability. Did you log out and log back in? I had an issue and I had to do that. Phoenix. Steve Miller Band. Just 'cause. Habit. Kukri, my new favorite weapon in the game. It's so overpowered for what it is. The only thing the lightsaber has on this is It doesn't get hung up indoors. But I can stun block a bear with this, no problems whatsoever. Even then, I haven't had that be much of an issue. Except the way they path indoors is just annoying. Oh, here she comes, finally. So the lightsaber doesn't get hung up on anything indoors, so that's the only benefit I can see to the lightsaber. Because this one hits pretty much everything. I've been in other games too long. I'm thinking I can loot everything. And the foot stomp gets me. Can't fight him on the stairs. Yeah, they pretty much run all over the house. I tell you, I don't really loot the houses all that much. I can't remember. I mean, this 4 hits when the lightsaber 3 hits. But as I said, I got a daytime spawn coming. Let's get out where I can fight you guys in the open. I think somewhere I have a level 10 shield. I could use it, but where's the fun in that? Ooh. This guy... So it stun blocks the heavies, but these guys it has a little bit of issues with. Hey, E21. Yeah, this one will hit multiple targets, but it doesn't have quite the range. It's still my new favorite weapon, though. And compared to the two-handed lightsaber, it's not even close. Yeah, for the bushes, it's by far and away the best weapon. I just wish we could somehow get the knife out of our inventory. Nothing up here? Yeah, I'm not sure how it'll play out at Legend. I'm going to try it at Legend. I haven't tried it at that high a difficulty. Hey, Lou! How you doing? Why, do you like them, Max, or you don't like them? Yeah. I think materials are even easier to get now than they were before, though. The drop rate on everything, well, with the exception of copper, on the nodes, like the amount of iron pieces and iron ore that you get is significantly increased than it was before the June update. But yeah, time management, material management. Get down from there. I've done a couple first days just to kind of get my feel on Legend, because I will be doing a Legend stream, and I was able to get through the first night with just 2 cutters. And that's really what I wanted to see. thought there was a bookshelf in this one. I have played it, old guy. Yep. Like I said, I've done a custom 1200 before we had electricity. And when you're trying to keep 70 odd traps repaired and in branches, it's difficult. Oh, I'm going to stream it, old guy. You'll get to see it. Yep, I'll do it with electricity. I think like I said, I think electricity will, in some respects, make it easier because you're not having to reload with branches and repair the way you were. The foundations take a lot of damage. When I first time I did 1200, I was losing 4 traps a night. With zero... with zero resource back on a destruction. I made it to wave 24. Yeah, you need the plasma shocker. Anybody who's not playing with the plasma shocker out front of their base isn't really fully utilizing what this game can do right now. I think they've toned down the aggro on the zombies as well. Where the heck did that guy go? He went so far away he forgot about me. There you go, Max. I just posted it. At least I think that should be the link. Well, yeah, plasma shocker with the oh, what is it? Flamethrower. Because the flamethrower just keeps them stunned in there for the shockers to reload and fire again and reload and fire again. It'd be interesting if you could do up a couple different... Seriously? A couple different kill points, right? So set up multiple... The houses are always so disappointing that there's not more loot in them. Set up multiple kill points. So, you know, have one at the beginning, then partway down, have it open up a little bit. And then have another plasma shocker to try and deal with them again. Oh, there's nothing in this room. Close. I get it, this isn't a looting game, it's not a survival game, it's a tower defense game, right? I mean, what first got me interested in this game was all of the medieval style traps. And now, with this latest update, it's kind of driven you away from the traps a bit, particularly at the higher difficulties even more. Yeah, I can believe that. Oh, let's just use this. Would you get out of the corner? Thank you. I tend to like trying to loop bases. So you have them come through, they get through. If the traps don't get them, you knock them off somehow and you loop them back around. That way you need less traps. It cycles them through. They go through the same front kill zone a couple times. The 1200 playthrough, I tried doing a ping pong base, as I called it. Come on. Again, it's like they forgot I'm here. Well, what I did on my ping pong base is I actually tried to have mirrored setups. After getting taken till 2100 of the next day on one base. I think it was wave 22. I got taken until hour 21 of the next day. And I basically had to just break down the base and go to one base, but I'd have the same base, and I just had a center aisle, and when it got too hairy, I just jumped over and they all had to go back through. That's the most efficient way of doing it now, old guys. Keep them up front. I agree. I kind of want to try that one again because I think it would work with the ping pong base would work with the traps being electrified. But the problem was I couldn't reload them fast enough. Like I literally could not get the traps loaded up fast enough and repaired and everything else that needed to be done. And then I don't use a bait trap either. So the zombies just would go nuts whenever I was around. So I think the thing is in order to play that level, I'm going to have to use a bait trap this time. I still would like to try it without a bait trap. Like I said, I got to wave 24 without a bait trap. Oops. Trying to look something up. Not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Slow them down just a little. Okay, let me do it this way. There's my wave 23. That's my wave 23 when wave 22 ended at 2200. I still don't use a bait trap now on this playthrough. I handle the vandals a different way. Where the heck is she? Oh, I think she's in the landscape. That's something they really need to fix. Get away from there. I think you can play without a bait trap, it's just not easy. And with vandals, all you have to do is hit them with a long-range weapon. And if they take damage before getting to your base, they'll just come straight into your base to go after the long-range weapon. You just have to make sure that the long-range weapon is pathable to, right? So they have a path to the left to the weapon. So as long as they can path to the weapon, they'll try and get to it if they take enough damage. And it'll just draw them straight into your traps, and then once they're in the traps, it's all good. Oh, believe me, they annoyed the heck out of me at the start. But once I understood that if you damage them, they just want to try and get to whatever damaged them, then they ignore the rest of the base. To a certain extent. I mean, this is what I was talking about. I have so much of this map that I haven't even looted yet, and I'm on day 37. Yep. I've been using the trebuchets, and the reason I've been using the trebuchets is because without loot respawn on, they're the easiest ones to keep filled. Excuse me. That part of this play, I agree. The trebuchet is not strong enough to kill them. What I was trying to do with this playthrough is just to see how can you play without loot respawn and manage your resources properly. So most of the time when I play, I try a different list style every time. A little bit different. There's things I want to try out. Different trap configurations, things like that. I think I got all this area over here. Oh, I don't think I did this building, did I? Let's go in and do this building. You mean this base? The one I'm currently playing? Thank you. Yeah, I thought about what I wanted to do. Dropping them off the cliff isn't always the best thing. They get stuck in the... They can actually swim underneath the scenery. And they get stuck in the mountain. So that's a bit annoying. In earlier waves it was even more annoying. It doesn't really happen anymore. So that's good. Or rarely does it happen. Apparently you're not the only one. I keep having people ask me when I'm going to start the Legend playthrough. Old guy, you'll fit pretty good into this group. I think most of the people here tend to be a little older. You know, Kim, I really don't have any desire to do 1300. I mean, the 1300, I'll go back and try the 1200 again. You'd be surprised, old guy. No worries, Kim. It's just, it's so stressful to do the higher levels. I mean, if Kim, did you watch the 1200 playthrough? I am, old guy. I'm older than 53. So Kim, after some of those streams on the 1200, I was just mentally exhausted. Yeah, we got a lot of people in their 50s in this community, old guy. How's the drive going, Howard? Oh, old guy, were you able to find, to get the fog turned off? I really need to set that up a different way. I'll do a video on it and I'll post it. It's not an option. You actually have to go into the Engine.ini file and okay, so you need to go into the Engine.ini file, and it'll be down here, and you'll want to add this line in, r.VolumetricFog, and turn it off, and set it to 0. It's in under your user data. I'll post something in the description of the video of this stream afterwards so you can see it. And then you'll just need to find that link on your system. Baka. You're welcome. So I had complete fog turned off. Now I've just got volumetric fog, which I think looks better, and it still seems to be helping with the frame rate, and you can still see a decent distance as well. So I still think we should be able to use the chips to upgrade the windmills so they don't break down as much. Because this is a pain. As well, if you're looking to do a higher playthrough and you want to have loot respawn on, set your base up over here. It's a little harder to place traps. But I haven't logged this at all. There's no trees in this area, and the only place the zombies come from, including the giants, is down a path over here. So if you want to do a higher difficulty playthrough and have loot respawn and have the respawn on. So yeah, the zombies come down here, so they actually get hung up on here. So your ranged weapons can do a lot of damage before they come into the area. And you're only worrying about these few trees here. So, you know, you start your base at about this location, and they're just going to come straight in. So. But as you can see, I don't have a lot of traps. Batteries are full. Okay, good, I did empty it. Okay. Give me a pineapple. Pineapple? Come on. Pineapple. They are being stingier on the pineapples. I think the pineapple dropped. Oh, yes. Haha. Steak, I'm gonna eat well tonight. Oh, and I got a red cabbage as well. Very nice. Hey, Elwin, how are you today? I see you got to the, to my Icarus stream right at the end. Garlic, onion, cabbage, pumpkin, cauliflower. Garlic, onion, pumpkin, cabbage, cauliflower. Nice. And a steak. Brown mushrooms. Brown mushroom. Orange. Onion, of course. Maca. Just moved this crate. Still not used to it being here. Okay, so that gives me plus 20. Let's get pear. Let's get egg. Well, hopefully work's not too stressful for you. I think it's time for a new keyboard there. Oh, large meat. Let's make this then. Oh, +4, +2, +2. Garlic and orange. Okay. So we got food ready for the wave. We've got everything else ready. Let's go get those again. Just lighten it up a bit so you guys can see better. Yeah, I could see that being a little difficult without being able to jump. 13. Nice, 18 oil. So what did we get in copper? 9. That's bad. 9 copper isn't worth it. Well, it is. So old guy, I liked where you were. You had your base down there, across the water from the prison, on that legend playthrough. Good place for the water stones, and with loot respawn, you're going to get a lot of easy copper from them. I need another chest. Hey, Jonathan. I just do it out of habit most of the time. As long as you've got sausage and one of the meats on you to refill your bar, that's really all you need. And if you've used the pork and the pork feet and the good meat to increase your bar by up to 12, then you're good. Okay. So again, the batteries get full and the windmills start having issues. I almost need to put more batteries on the system. More storage. How are you today, Jonathan? Are you having a good weekend? When was the last time we checked that to see if it had ammunition in it? Excellent. It's funny you say that you don't farm after day 12, because I don't think I set those up until sometime in the 30s. It wasn't even something I was concerned about. Bear hasn't been here today. Dang. Hello, Mario. Welcome to the stream. Greetings from Hamilton. Hey, Scarecrow, are you here? Are you lurking? Oops. I'll take that and that. Close enough. That's all I need. Okay, I think I double checked all this stuff. I think I got it all set up last stream, but let's just see. Yep, 500. That still has 300. That's more than enough. That one's hardly even being used because nothing's dropping down there. 500, 500. Okay, good. And what do these have in them? 220. That's more than enough. And let's just confirm 80 and 80. Turn this on. Those all came up. Hey, Scarecrow. How are you liking subsistence? Good. That's light and heavies. That's heavies only. That is on. Good. Okay. How's Penelope doing, Harry? Okay, and let's just take a look at this. One. I haven't even been on my server yet. Good. Good to hear, Harry. Glad that everything's good there. Everyone here is good. Looks like Allie will be back in school soon. So. Well, that is supposed to be one of the more difficult survival games. Hey, Kiwi, how are you? Well, neither of our kids are in school anymore, Max, but Allie is, she's gone back to school for osteopathy. So she's been out of class since March of last year. They haven't been able to practice on people or anything. Holy doodle, 1,000 watt? That wouldn't be allowed in California, Harry. Okay, so you know what? For anybody who's not familiar with the base, let's take a bit of a tour. I'll show that to you in a second, Bentino. So, let me get on something that will point. Those up there are set to heavies only, and I'll only use them on wave 2, the 2-hour wave. Oh, really? You're interrupting. I'm trying to talk to people. You know what? I have lots of ammunition. Good. Okay, let's do this again. So those ones up there, set to heavies only. They have a mixture of regular treb and exploding treb ammo. That sounds like a pain, Harry. They're used on wave 2 only, hour 2. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 are set to, so 4 the heavies and 1's light and heavies. These ones here can hit the front of the base here. None of these ones can, but they'll only hit kind of in this area, line of sight. They certainly are max. Those 12 ballistas are set to giant only. MRL's giant only. Four shockers are set to anything. 2 shredders have a flippy floor, flipping them backwards. Double guillotine, spiked floor, crusher, double guillotine, flippy, that way. Double guillotine, crusher with a spiked floor, double guillotine, and then we all know the pendulums knock them off if they ever get this far. And then obviously I've got another ballista here that will hit anything that gets in its path down there. Bentino, refined oil. In the crafting bench. Second one over, fuel. Crude oil gets converted into fuel. Easy as that. Oops, let's get the fuel. Speaking of fuel, let's get the flamethrower, which is, I didn't mention, flamethrower set off to the side here. Captures the whole front. Everything is controlled from switches over here. You're welcome. Hey, Zvunks, welcome back. And then the battery setup, which some people think is confusing, complicated. Each controller has their own set of batteries. These ones are for the giants. These two are for one set of shockers, those 2 for another set, those 2 for another shocker, and those 2 for another shocker. That battery there is for that controller and controls the ones up there. Strange that it's shutting down under load. That one there controls the heavies. That one there controls all the front traps. The shockers are not on a controller because I just want them to kill. There are 20, is that correct? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There are 30 windmills. If I get on the tool, this is where it can sometimes start to look a little confusing. Ten windmills come into these first 5. They go into this battery. The next 10 windmills come in here and go to this battery. 10 windmills come into here and go to this battery. This battery loads into that one. So that's a double battery. Oh, that's why they're here so early. So we could be getting giants coming in from the top again today. All of these batteries hook into this tree, and this tree fills up all the batteries around. So what that means is all 30 windmills are charging every single set of batteries instead of just having 5 windmills charging one set of batteries and another 5 windmills charging another set of batteries, and possibly having them not working. Look at that, they look like they're in staging down there. Can you guys see that? So, and I like it because I can see all the batteries and see how they're doing on charge. Ah, now they're starting to come in. They got their cue from the coach that it's time to rush. And there's a second set right where I'm kind of looking in the middle of the screen. Big blob of darkness that's just going to eventually... Those wouldn't be the giants sitting there already, would they? Okay, time for the giants. Wow, now you can see that that mass of zombies is now moving and coming in. This time I'm going to try and stay out of the way of the firing range of those. Okay, here come the giants. They just flew in down there. And the ballistas are starting to fire. Okay, 2 more coming. Any more coming? Doesn't look like it. Just in case, let's leave that on for a little bit. Okay. So it looks like there was 2 greens and 3 whites, or was it 3 greens and 2 whites? So the damage that that front one takes is actually from the trebuchets over here. Here they come from that direction now as well. So it looks like the last wave is coming in way down at the distant explosion. If they even get here. That should be it. Oh. That has to be a light zombie, because those big ones up there aren't going off. Yeah. Interesting that there's still a light zombie out there. Okay. So this is what the giant batteries are, and they're barely used. You can see that two of these shockers and it seems like the flamethrower didn't run out of flame. This is one of the front shockers. So one of them was almost empty. It looks like the front left one was almost empty. Yeah, and the front right one, yeah, the front left one was almost empty. So that's why I was saying I think I may need to add in another set of batteries for storage. Oops. Let's get rid of everything and let's just see what we got for the wave. I can't get through the research papers don't really matter, so okay. I do that every time. Notice something needs repairing and then I put away all the iron pieces. Thanks, Alwyn. So if I used a bait trap, it would be a whole lot easier to control the zombies. Old guy, if you're still here, I don't know if you noticed where the giants went, how they pathed. It's one of the reasons I'm reluctant to use a bait trap. Give me a moment, I'll walk you through where to find it. You want to go to your C drive. You want to go to see that one. I'm not aware. I wasn't aware of that. But the giant's path towards me, not to the front of the base. So I was standing way out on the wings with the MRLs, and the giant's path to me. I did. That I did, Max. I find it interesting that he thinks that the programmers made a mistake because the giants go to a 2-block high foundation instead of pathing along the route. I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was deliberate. Do you remember when the giant got stuck down here and I ran? The giant just went straight through whatever it needed to get to me. So the giants can path. The giants could go to the front of the base and could destroy all that to try and get to me, but they don't. Even though I'm up in the air over here, they try and get to me. It's why they fall into the water as well. They don't follow the same rules of pathing as the regular zombies, and I think that's great. I like the fact that they don't. It means you have to set up 2 different types of bases, one to deal with the zombies and one to deal with the giants, because they will not path the same. I have too much copper and too much iron. Only if there isn't a shorter direct path, Max. And that was the problem. There was a shorter direct path to him when they started going down the side. And so then rather than take the long way around, they decided to go straight to him. If that was the shortest path to him, that's what they took. Where did I put the chips? I bet you I put the chips over here, didn't I? Yep, I did. 21 chips. What a waste. You never saw my no peel, no trap playthrough then, did you? I didn't even mine copper and I had way too much copper. Okay. there is the No Trap playthrough. I only took it up to day 24, I think. And it was after the... I did it to kind of fill time between... Old guy, thank you for the subscription. I just saw that. Pretty much. I started off using a bow, then a crossbow, then a lightsaber, and then a combination of lightsaber and flamethrower. Okay, I'm going to end this stream here today. I'm feeling a little burned out, and I want to try and get another Osiris stream in before it goes dark. So, everybody, thank you for participating in chat. As well, Isabel Simpleton, thank you for the new subscription. And depending on where you are in the world and what time of day you're watching this, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night. And I will be streaming possibly Icarus later today. And then I've got the Night of the Dead on Tuesday again. And then 7 Days to Die on Wednesday. And that's joint with Ali. So, hope to see you then. Cheers.